going on, guys? It's Steve. So a few days ago, I saw Skip Bayless talking about the most defining moment for LeBron James. In my personal opinion, there's a few. There's a few defining moments for LeBron. It's really tough to decide, but I kind of did. All right, so the few that I can think of at this moment in terms of most defining for the King. Detroit versus Detroit, the last 25 points for the Cavs. Literally, which is ridiculous, the last 25 points. The game winner against Orlando. The block on, what's that, Thiago splitter against San Antonio. And the block against Andre Iguodala. Now, I'll say this. His most defining moment, and I don't say, him in the finals in 2016 because that's not a moment. That's a series, so I don't say that's a moment. But that is that's his best series ever. But I'll say this. His most defining moment ever, in my opinion, most people would go with the block against Andre Iguodala. But me, personally, I would go with the last 25 points for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2007 Eastern Conference Finals. Now, the reason why I say that is because LeBron James proved to the league, look, I know I didn't make the playoffs my first 2 years. I know you guys think I'm overrated because at that point in time, people were saying LeBron is overrated. LeBron is not, he's not as good as everyone says. He's all right. He's not, going to be like Jordan or whatever. But when he did that, I don't remember who was commentating. It was Marv Albert and Mike Breen, maybe. But someone said, I think it was Mike Breen who said it. He was like, this is Jordan-esque. LeBron James, while doing, literally, this is what Rasheed Wallace, Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, this was that era. And literally, whoever they put on him, LeBron, I remember they had Tayshaun on him, they had Rip Hamilton on, they had Chauncey on him. LeBron was just shooting and scoring and couldn't stop him. You couldn't stop him. That is one of the most clutch performances, possibly, in my opinion, the most clutch performance in NBA history. When do you see someone score the final 25 points for their team? The final 25 points for their team? Are you kidding me? Do you know how ridiculous that is? It's hard to score 25 points in general, but to score 25, your team's final 25 points in the Eastern Conference Finals to go to the NBA Finals. By the way, Skip Bayless is the biggest LeBron hater I've ever seen. I'll talk about that in a separate video. But that is crazy. And I also remember back in the day, I can't believe it's 7 years ago now. It's going to be 7 years. I think it was back in May. May 2009, LeBron James hit that game winner against the Orlando Magic, Game 2 in Cleveland, Quicken Loans Arena. Mo Williams was inbounding it. I think either Rashard Lewis or Hedo Turkoglu was on LeBron. LeBron pushed off. He turned. He caught it at the top of the key. Threw it up. Bang. I was watching that game live. Not in person, but on TV live as a 12-year-old. Could you imagine how... I was 12. As a 12-year-old, could you imagine how excited I was about that? I was so freaking hyping. I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, this guy is the greatest ever. He's honestly the greatest ever. And then that was when I really started first really watching basketball on a consistent basis and learning about it. I was like, what the hell? No one's doing this. Unfortunately, the Orlando Magic defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers, but, Dwight Howard, for some reason, Hedo Turkoglu decided to play like he's the greatest player of all time in that series for some reason, hitting bucket after bucket. And to be honest, even in that game, I think it was Game 2. Yeah, Game 2 when LeBron hit that game winner. Even in that game, Hedo Turkoglu hit a shot right before LeBron hit that game-winning buzzer-beater 3. So if Hedo Turkoglu didn't hit that shot, LeBron, and it was like 1 second left, if Hedo Turkoglu didn't hit that shot, LeBron wouldn't have had to hit that game winner. So that's crazy. If you look at it from that perspective, like, I don't know what the hell was going in. He was eating his Wheaties, something. But Hedo Turkoglu was playing like a freaking beast. It's crazy how good he was playing. Like, it doesn't make sense to me that someone would be playing this good that no one even considers to be a great player. But for some reason, he was just doing his thing. And that's what happens in the NBA. people don't understand this, but all NBA players are elite. Like, all of them. You never know. Like, to be honest, there's probably someone that we don't even know of in the NBA that we don't even know his name that could probably beat, like Melo or LeBron or KD one-on-one. We probably don't even know that, but because we don't know who the person is. But all of these players are elite. They got there for a reason. They're all good at basketball. So that's my most defining moment for LeBron. That block on Thiago Splitter was really good as well. And then obviously the block on Andre Iguodala. But anyway, guys, I'm out. It's been Steve. Peace.